I'm about to board a bus to Chalice, Idaho for 6 days with faculty and students, and many of them that I don't really know or kind of know. And at this very moment, I'm thinking to myself, why did I sign up to go on this trip?
I had to arrive late, and I didn't really know what the camp was. What am I doing here?
Family cluster? Oh, there's no one in this group that I know. This is gonna be a very long week.
It's snowing in May? I didn't pack for this.
The Leadership Institute is a 6-day leadership intensive training camp where you are pushed to think in a different perspective and to get out of your comfort zone.
Once you arrive, you're asked to find a problem in the world around you, and then you're asked to seek a solution for that problem.
When it came to finding my problem, I already knew what I was going to do. I've always had a strong passion for sex education and women's health, but for me, the thing that I really struggled with was thinking about it in a global perspective.
Finding a problem was easy for me as well. I've always been passionate about health and wellness on college campuses, but especially here at Boise State.
When it came to doing this activity, we had to find our passion, and I had that. But when I came to the global part, I was working with my family cluster leader, and we were going back and forth, and they were doing a really good job working with me and pushing me to think bigger and come up with a better solution. And after going to the drawing board about 3 times, we came up with my solution, which would be that the United States gets a Nobel Peace Prize in 50 years for their awesome sex education and women's health program in third world countries.
Once we had our problems and our solutions, we were asked to put them on large sticky notes and stick them up around the room. This was exciting because we got to go around and look at all of our peers' ideas and passions and judge them against our own.
When I was looking at everyone's sticky notes and all their passions, it was really inspiring to me. I just looked at everyone's, and some people had similar passions to me, someone had different passions than I did, but it wasn't until I came to Haydn's and I saw that someone else had a passion about health, and I knew I had to talk to him after.
My project was to bring a health and wellness vending machine to Boise State's campus.
So this vending machine would be stocked with healthcare products such as ibuprofen, allergy medicine, first aid kits, infant care products, feminine hygiene products, and condoms. The purpose of this vending machine was to bring these products to have more affordability, more accessibility, and build that confidentiality and privacy level for students.
Now this project was originally the brainchild of Partik Singh, who is the student body president at UC Davis. Now I saw his project on a Snapchat news story, which was kind of a weird way to see it, but when I saw it, I was really intrigued because it seemed like a very simple and elegant solution to a very large problem.
So when Haydn and I started this project, we really were like, we need the student voice involved. This is a student-led project, so we created this survey that we posted on multiple social media platforms, and it included questions such as, would you use this vending machine if it was on campus? What items would you like to see in it? And how do you prioritize your health as a student on campus?
Now the response was immediate and amazing. We received over 150 responses from students all around Boise State, with quotes including, health is on my priority list, but sometimes it gets pushed by other things such as homework, tests, and work.
You only have one shot at your academics. Once school is done, I'll get better. But I just don't have time to worry about my health.
I don't really have the time or funds to prioritize my health. I'm not going out of my way to be unhealthy, but I'm not going out of my way to be healthy either.
Teachers, don't excuse you for a cold.
Now, nationally, the responses are very significant and interesting. Only 52.5% of sexually active students report consistent use of condoms. This exposes them to sexually transmitted infections, unintended pregnancies, and other unhealthy sexual situations.
A statistic that we found through our survey showed that 43.6% of our students do not feel like their health needs are met on this campus. And this is because students face multiple barriers throughout their experience at Boise State. And the 2 biggest barriers that we found through our survey is people do not have the finances nor the time to go see a physician, as we are all busy college students.
And on top of that, 91% of students report having a cold within the academic year. When multiplied across the 24,000 students at Boise State University, this shows that there's a consistent and constant need for health care on campus.
One of the most exciting statistics that we found through our survey showed that 81% of our students said they would use a health and wellness vending machine if it was implemented on this campus.
Once we had this feedback, we felt like we were ready to go. We didn't really know where to start, but we decided to go to University Health Services and ask for their feedback.
So we met up with University Health Services, and Haydn and I presented our data and our reasonings and the reasons that we felt like it was needed to be on campus. And through amazing conversation and good feedback, and also having them give us a direction on where we should go next, they offered us their support with our project.
After University Health Services, we went to the Student Union Building Administration to ask them if we could actually place the vending machine in this building. We designated the area behind the President's Wall. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, but we chose it because it's a very accessible place, but it's also very private.
Something that Haydn and I want to do next year to help get this project really going on this campus is we want to start a club. This club would be called Healthy Broncos, and the main focus of this club would be to get the health and wellness vending machine on this campus. But right now, we're missing two important things for this club. One, we need an advisor. So if you're a faculty sitting in this room and you feel very passionate about healthcare or want to help us get this project started, please come talk to us after the symposium so we can get started on that. And also, we need passionate students to join this club too. Haydn and I can't do this on our own. We need more students. And also, we'll be graduating in spring 2019, and we want to make sure this project is sustainable after we leave.
We'll be hopefully graduating. But what we found throughout this process is that student advocacy work is not easy. And it turns out that most student advocacy work stops before it starts. People just don't know where to begin. And as such, we created a framework for student advocates called the 4 Ps of student advocacy.
The first P is problem. If you and a friend or other students on this campus have complained about something more than once, it's a problem and it needs to be solved. So find that passion and get started on that problem and make sure it's something you can attain in your years at Boise State.
The second P is people. You need to surround yourself with individuals that are just as capable, committed, and passionate as you. Now, when you have people surrounding you, you'll be able to supplement each other with your strengths and then also help prevent burnout.
The third P is process. Just like no two projects are the same, no two processes are the same. So what you need to do is stay organized. Make a schedule for yourself. We do understand that students are very busy and get involved with multiple things, but setting the schedule will help you stay organized. And also you need to set little goals along the way, because if you set these goals, you'll get closer to your goal faster.
The last P is perseverance. Now, when I was a freshman at Boise State University, I saw that food service on campus was kind of an issue. And so I worked on a comprehensive food reform bill. And if you've been listening to any of the Ps that I've been giving you, you can probably kind of tell that I didn't follow any of them. It was a very big problem. It was just me. I didn't surround myself with any people or partners, and I didn't have any clearly defined goals, and eventually my perseverance wore out. But with what I've learned from that, I found that you can prevent burnout if you acknowledge your own accomplishments, follow the other Ps, and then also envision the positive change that your project will create.
So through this whole process of working with Haydn on this project, we've had multiple great conversations, and the one thing we tend to come to is that Boise State is lacking student advocacy and student voice. Students do need to realize how crucial their voice is on this campus. We all want to see change, but change will not start unless we begin those projects. So I encourage you tonight to meet those people in this room that have similar frustrations that you do, because I'm sure there are many people who have something that they would love to see changed on this campus. So meet those people tonight, get involved, come talk to us as well. We'll be happy to help you out.
You don't need a leadership moment in order to start your student advocacy work. All that you need to find is a problem and then a way to solve it. Thank you, and as always,
Go Broncos.